Happy Easter. Have a chocolate egg. Doggy chocolate eggs. Nice. What do you think? You good? Chocolate mini eggs for puppies. Even the dogs get a treat on Easter Sunday.
One for Dinkle, good boy. I didn't rip my fingers off.
No.
And there's one for Timothy, good boy Timothy.
Yum, yum, yum. Good afternoon, you lovely lot. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Got to do it in threes, haven't you? I have had a really lazy morning, mostly because I keep getting this recurring headache that I've had since last Sunday. It's not very pleasant, it's not really bad, but it's enough that it just makes me feel a bit rubbish. And randomly we've had fire engines turning up outside the house. Not with sirens going, but with the flashy lights. A couple of days in a row now. One was at 1:30 in the morning and the other one was yesterday evening. And I think they're filling up their tankers. It's the only thing I can think of. But the flashy lights and the engine going is quite disturbing at night. So that disturbed me. Excuse me. Anyway, I've had a lazy day and I've given the dogs a brush. As you can see, it's just my guys now. Bonnie is happily back with my mother-in-law. She has friends because she is now going on dog walks with some other dogs. I'm in contact with the dog walker, so I know, you know, how things are going, and Bonnie seems quite happy, so that's really good. And it has taken the pressure off of us a little bit because we never intended to have 3 dogs, and as lovely as Bonnie is, it does mess with the dynamics. And when I'm doing my dog walks, an additional dog, even though she's a good dog, is, well, it's an additional dog, isn't it? It's another one to manage when I'm already walking. It's another number on my numbers. I've decided to take the dogs, it's Easter Sunday by the way, decided to take the dogs for a walk through some farm tracks and up into maybe towards the golf course where they like to dig up balls. Maybe we'll do a bit of ball digging, the golf balls, the land in the field, and then get churned up by the farmer who's ploughing the field next to the golf club. And yeah, the kids and dogs seem to really enjoy digging them up, so there's a bit of enrichment for them. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going for a bit of a walk anyway, get some fresh air, clear my head a bit. Come in, Timmy. There's no cows in this field at the moment, so I don't need to worry about leads, which is nice. I do have to worry about them rolling in cow poo though. Come on in, which I don't want them doing after I've brushed them. Here you go, boys. Ready. There's a yellow one. Yellow ones are extra treasure. Here you go, look. There's 2 yellow ones. Jasper and I found it hard to find any brightly coloured ones. Clearly we came on the wrong day. There we go. Ready. What's this? See if I can find any that need digging up, although it has been ploughed recently and reseeded, so most of them that would have been buried are probably now on the surface or further in, more buried than they were before. There's loads of them just sitting on the surface. What's this? Can you get it to me? What's that? Get it? Can you get it? You can get it out. might be a bit too buried. I do love coming up here. It's so peaceful. You just see for miles and miles and miles. And the interesting thing is, over there somewhere on that far ridge, I don't even know if you can see it, along the far ridge somewhere along there, is the Whiteleaf Cross, which we were looking at from a more local hill when we were on the burial mound the other day. I was over there not that long ago. But yeah, you just see for miles and miles. I'm just going to discuss something that I think might trigger some negativity in the comments, so preparing myself for that. But it has occurred to me, I don't know why it's taken this long for it to occur to me, but it has occurred to me that apart from when I nannied early on, like when I left college, and that was mainly because you're kind of conditioned to think you leave school, you get a job, okay, which is true. But since then, really, I've worked for myself and I've run my own businesses, and I've never thought of myself as an entrepreneur, but I guess I am. And then I'm wondering, with so much in the way of, you know, people saying there's not enough jobs around and what have you, and I totally get it if you are somebody who needs to earn 40 grand or whatever because you've got a house and kids and mortgage and car and holidays and all the rest of it, you know, a certain way of lifestyle that you have been sustaining, and then you don't have work. That's harder to then build up something from scratch. But I built up my childminding business from scratch at the age of 24, and I was in that job for 20 years nearly, and on the side of that I did babysitting. I made educational packs to sell to other childminders, planning packs to sell to other childminders, and then I stopped childminding and I nanny 3 days at the farm. But still, I set up a pet sitting business, which is busy, keeps me busy. I could have a lot more dog walking jobs if I had the time to do them. I'm having to turn dog walking down all the time. I could take on a lot more pet sitting jobs if I could double my body because they've overlapped. And then I'm working on another project. Plus the skills that I have learnt in some of these different areas, like the childminding, raising SEN kids, working with SEN families, that kind of stuff, I've then been able to find additional work supporting SEN young adults. And I do that periodically, ad hoc, you know, Joseph every Friday, the other family as and when I can fit them in, and then I go on the rota for them. And I'm wondering why more people aren't choosing the route of taking control of their own earnings and being more proactive in setting up their own work. I'd really be interested in people's thoughts on that. Just your thoughts, please.